This is going to blow your mind. Iran just reminded the world who it is, revealing its missile arsenal while nuclear talks stall and backing strikes near Israel. While the West still clings to diplomacy, Tehran is doubling down on leverage. Here's what this means for the Middle East and the global power balance. Iran's recent actions have sent shockwaves through the international community, raising concerns about its nuclear ambitions and regional intentions. The country staged a public display of its missile arsenal, a move widely seen as a calculated show of force. The parade showcased a variety of missiles, from short-range to long-range ballistic missiles, each one representing a significant leap in Iran's military capabilities. This display was not just for domestic audiences, but was clearly intended to send a message to the international community. Massive banners, prominently displayed in the heart of Tehran, depicted a map of Israel overlaid with a chilling message. All targets are within range. This provocative imagery was designed to instill fear and demonstrate Iran's reach. This provocative act coincided with a concerning escalation in regional tensions. Protests erupted in various parts of the Middle East, with demonstrators both supporting and condemning Iran's actions. Iran provided support to a Houthi missile attack that managed to penetrate Israeli defenses, striking unnervingly close to Ben Gurion Airport. This incident highlighted the growing reach and sophistication of Iran's missile technology. This incident, coupled with the broadcast of a successful ballistic missile test by Tehran, has set off alarm bells across the globe. The test demonstrated not only the capability, but also the willingness of Iran to advance its missile program despite international scrutiny. The timing of these events is no coincidence. They come amidst stalled negotiations over the Iran nuclear deal, raising questions about Tehran's commitment to diplomacy and its willingness to abide by international norms. The stalled negotiations have left a vacuum that Iran seems eager to fill with displays of military might. This raises the stakes for all parties involved, as the world watches to see if diplomacy can prevail over aggression. Iran's actions are a clear message to the world, particularly to the United States and its allies in the region. Tehran is demonstrating its military capabilities and its resolve to use them if it deems necessary. This display of force is a high-stakes gamble, aimed at strengthening its negotiating position and projecting an image of strength. As the world watches, the question remains, will this show of power lead to a breakthrough in negotiations, or will it push the region closer to the brink of conflict? The future of the Iran nuclear deal hangs precariously in the balance. The agreement, formerly known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, was a landmark achievement in international diplomacy, aimed at curbing Iran's nuclear capabilities in exchange for the lifting of economic sanctions. Negotiations to revive the agreement, which had been painstakingly negotiated in 2015, have stalled. The original deal was seen as a triumph of multilateral diplomacy, involving not just the United States and Iran, but also the European Union, Russia, and China. Both sides remain entrenched in their positions, with key sticking points proving insurmountable. The atmosphere in the negotiation rooms is tense, with each side wary of making concessions that could be perceived as weaknesses. The United States, under the Biden administration, has signaled its willingness to return to the deal after former President Trump's withdrawal in 2018. This withdrawal was a significant blow to the agreement, leading to increased tensions and a rapid escalation in Iran's nuclear activities. However, Washington demands that Iran ceases all uranium enrichment activities before any sanctions relief is granted. This demand is rooted in concerns over the potential for Iran to develop nuclear weapons, a scenario that the original deal sought to prevent. This is a non-starter for Tehran. Iranian officials argue that they have already complied with the terms of the original agreement and that it is the United States that must first demonstrate good faith by lifting sanctions. Iran insists that the United States must first lift the crippling economic sanctions that have devastated its economy. These sanctions have led to widespread economic hardship, affecting everything from healthcare to basic goods. Only then, it argues, will it consider rolling back its nuclear program to the limits set by the original agreement. Iran's stance is that it has the right to pursue peaceful nuclear technology and that the sanctions are unjust and punitive. This impasse has led to a stalemate, with neither side willing to make the first move. The deadlock has persisted for months, with each round of talks ending in frustration and mutual recriminations. The stakes are incredibly high. The failure to revive the deal could have severe implications not just for the region, but for global security. The collapse of the nuclear deal would have far-reaching consequences for the Middle East and the world. It could undermine years of diplomatic efforts and destabilize an already volatile region. It could trigger a regional arms race, increase the risk of military conflict, and deal a fatal blow to the already fragile system of international non-proliferation. The world watches anxiously, hoping for a breakthrough that seems increasingly elusive. Iran's assertive posture and the uncertainty surrounding the nuclear deal have sent ripples of anxiety across the Middle East. The region is already grappling with myriad challenges: ongoing conflicts, political instability, and the rise of sectarian tensions. Iran's actions threaten to exacerbate these existing fault lines. Iran's regional influence has waned in recent years, particularly with the weakening of its so-called axis of resistance. The devastating war in Syria, the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime, and the relentless pressure from Israel have taken their toll on Iran's network of allies and proxies. However, Iran remains a formidable player in the region. It continues to support groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen, providing them with financial aid, military training, and advanced weaponry. These groups pose a significant threat to Israel and U.S. interests in the region. The United States and its allies are watching Iran's moves with growing concern. Israel, in particular, views Iran's nuclear program and ballistic missile capabilities as an existential threat. The possibility of a nuclear-armed Iran is a red line that Israel has vowed it will not allow to be crossed. The international community is divided in its response to Iran's recent actions. This division is not just a matter of differing opinions, but reflects deeper geopolitical rifts and strategic interests that have long shaped global politics. The United States and its European allies have condemned Iran's missile tests and its support for attacks on Israel. These nations argue that Iran's actions are destabilizing the region and pose a significant threat to international security. They have called for Iran to return to the negotiating table in good faith and to cease all activities that violate the terms of the 2015 nuclear deal. The deal, which was seen as a landmark achievement in diplomacy, now hangs in the balance. However, other global powers, such as Russia and China, have been more muted in their criticism. These countries have their own strategic interests in the region and are wary of escalating tensions that could disrupt their economic and political ties with Iran. They have urged all parties to exercise restraint and to work towards a diplomatic solution. Russia and China emphasize the importance of dialogue and caution against actions that could lead to further conflict. This divergence in opinion reflects the complex geopolitical landscape and the competing interests at play. The Middle East has long been a region of strategic importance, and the current situation is a testament to the intricate web of alliances and rivalries that define it. The European Union, which played a key role in brokering the original nuclear deal, has expressed its deep concern about the current impasse. The EU's position is crucial, as it seeks to balance its commitment to non-proliferation with the need to maintain stability in the region. The EU's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, has called on Iran to resume compliance with the agreement and has warned of the serious consequences if it does not do so. Borrell's statements underscore the high stakes involved and the potential for significant repercussions if a resolution is not found. The international community is at a crossroads. The decisions made now will shape the future of not only Iran, but also the broader Middle East and the global order. The decisions made in the coming weeks and months will have profound implications for the future of Iran, the Middle East, and the global non-proliferation regime. The world watches closely, aware that the path chosen will resonate for years to come.